you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ashley. If you are new, welcome, and if you're not new, thank you so much for coming back for another video. In today's video, we are going to be talking about new makeup, new to me, okay? All of these products are not newly released products, but they're new to me and new to the channel. So we're going to be putting them on in this video, talking about, you know, my thoughts on them. So if you guys are interested in seeing what new luxury products I've recently put into my collection and see how they perform on my skin, definitely stay tuned. Let's hop into it. So I'm just gonna prime my face, which I'm gonna be using the Tatcha Silk Canvas. This is not new to me, not new to the channel, but this is the primer I'm using for the foundation, which is new to me, fairly new, new to the channel. So, and once again, my baby's sleeping on the bed over there, so hopefully she'll stay asleep, okay? Hopefully she'll stay asleep for the duration of this recording. She did so good last time. She did so good. So yeah, my baby's 1 month old. If you haven't seen my previous 2 videos, that's where I've been for the past 10 months, I guess, carrying a baby. It was just a lot, you know, working 8 hours a day, being pregnant, getting prepared for her arrival, and then also purchasing a new home. So I just did not have the energy to edit videos. I could record them, but I never had time to edit them. Yeah, but here we are today. For the foundation, we are using the Chantecaille Future Skin Foundation in the shade Carob. And so this is an oil-free gel foundation if you haven't seen it. And I think it's supposed to be like made of all natural products and stuff. It's a very luxurious, you know, brand as far as that price is concerned. $78. I've always been curious because I've heard good things about the brand, but then I saw the live from Kiki Sweat with Angela, who works for Chantecaille. I think she's in like an executive position there. She is a woman of color, deeper skin tone. I think she's like a little lighter than me. And so it was just a very insightful chat. So I was, you know, prompted after hearing her interview to go ahead and look a little bit more seriously into the brand. I reached out to Angela. She recommended the shade Carob to me. I think, what is her name? H-Town Mommy Makeup Artist or something like that on Instagram. I just DM'd her because she did in the, you know, live say that we could reach out to her if we had questions. So she recommended Carob, so I picked it up. And so here we are. So this is not a first impression for this foundation. I have used it about 4 times already, but this is the darkest shade. It's the darkest shade. She said she realizes that they have more to do in that regard and expanding their shade ranges and things like that. But I would definitely recommend, if you're curious about even just in some industry insider information as far as how foundation colors and things like that are curated and like thought about, and you know what goes behind why they make certain shades and then later on they expand to include us deeper skin tones, that type of thing. It was just a very insightful conversation, so I would recommend you go and look at Kiki Sweat's interview. It was very good. So this says it's an innovative oil-free gel foundation containing 60% charged water and seaweed. It says the skin looks totally perfected and dewy. Sebum is balanced. Aloe, chamomile, arnica, calm irritation. Rosemary, green tea, and rice bran help prevent oxidation. Adjustable coverage from medium to full. So that is all here on the back of the box. And so I'm just going to go ahead and start applying. And for application, I'm using this Sigma HD or 3D HD Max Kabuki brush. And I did order this from Nordstrom. Shipping was pretty quick too, so that was nice. So the one thing when foundations are like in a pot or something, I don't know how much I should be using, or like if I got too much. But let's go ahead and blend this out. That looks really nice. It looks like skin. It's nice and smooth. Blended out very nicely, and like it said, medium to full coverage. I would say I have a medium coverage here. Okay, so that is the coverage. Just FYI, I am just sitting in front of a mirror, not a mirror, sitting in front of sunlight. You know, I'm in front of a window. So that's the only lighting I have in, you know, going on with this video right now. I think it looks good. I can zoom you guys in a little bit to let you guys see the skin. Okay, so that's as far as my camera goes. I don't have a fancy lens yet to do anything further. So, but here's the skin. You can still see a little bit of my hyperpigmentation in this area. Some here, but this is a decent coverage for me, especially because I do powder with like a tinted powder all over my face, you know, just to make sure everything is set in place. My skin type is combination, so I do tend to get oily right here in the T-zone and right here in my pore areas, and then everywhere else, you know, this area, my cheeks and things like that, they tend to stay a little bit more, they tend to stay normal, you know. So you know what, to cover this a little bit more, I'm just gonna add a little bit extra there and a little bit extra here. Okay, so then you guys can see how it builds up in those areas. And I'm just pressing. I don't, because since I want to get more coverage in that area, I don't want to do a lot of dragging, but I'm just pressing to make sure the, you know, foundation stays right there. Okay. There we go. For concealer, I'm going to go in with the Hourglass Vanish Concealer in the shade Umber. This has been a very much so favorite of mine. I purchased it in January, and I'm about to be out of it. I think I purchased it in January. I don't know, but I'm about to be out of it. Like you can see, you know, you can see all the way through the bottle and stuff. It's really good. So I've been going between this and the Pat McGrath concealer. I think that's MD27 is what I use in the Pat McGrath, and I find that these shades are very similar. Okay, so concealer's blending out really nicely on top of that foundation. This is really nice. I did order the new Wayne Goss brushes. I got them on pre-order. So I am so excited. I'm so excited for them to come. I've been wondering when he was going to release new brushes. You know, the lipsticks, cool, whatever, but it's been a while since he's like released a set of brushes. So, and I'm assuming that's because he's been focusing on his, you know, doing his makeup release and things like that. So I'm curious to see. He said they're like, these brushes are like silk. So, and he said he thinks it's the softest brush that he's ever created, which I thought that maybe the holiday brush that he came out a few years ago with like all those, it had like really long hairs, really soft. I thought that was might have been the softest brush that he has, or the airbrush, because those bristles on those brushes are extremely soft. So if these are softer than those, I'm curious. You guys see how beautifully that blends out? Gosh. This Hourglass concealer, man, oh my goodness, it's like so good. And so I used to, you know, that during that whole time that I've been off, I was using the Benefit, it looks like an eraser, like a pencil. I can't think of the name of it, like the Creaseless. I think it's called Creaseless or something like that. I don't know, but it's a Benefit concealer, and it comes in like a grand total of like 5 shades. But it probably comes in more than that, but whatever. The shade range for the deeper skin tones is very, very limited, as you can expect from Benefit, but the concealer consistency, the concealer formula was very nice. So that had been my, you know, go-to concealer for quite a while. So I'm glad that this Hourglass can replace that, even if it is more expensive. Because Benefit, they don't care about, you know, giving color range to deeper skin tones. So for the next product I'm going to use to set my concealer is going to be the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Filter Powder. I think that's what it's called. Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder in the shade 3 Dark. And this I have hit pan. I hit pan a while ago. I like this powder. I find it sets my under eye very nicely. I get a very nice under eye set. It helps my concealer not to, you know, crease. So pores look minimized, things like that. And I'm just going to use that to set the rest of the areas where I put the concealer. So for contour, I am going to use this foundation that I purchased in the wrong color. And it is the Tom Ford Traceless, what is it called? Traceless Foundation Stick. I've been wanting to try this. Ordered it from Beautylish. This 11.7. It doesn't look as dark as it is. Let me just tell you that. Like, it's really rich. I'm glad that they have a shade that is this rich, you know. It's like, this is like the same shade as the Fenty Matchstick, I think, in Espresso. Maybe that's a little darker. I'm gonna reach out to Beautylish and see if they can send me some samples, because there was another interview that we watched. I say we, like I know everybody on the Zoom thing, but there was another interview with Niels from Beautylish, and he had mentioned that they do samples, like they'll send you samples of foundation colors. All right, with my foundation brush, just pressing over that area, you know, ain't patchy or anything like that. So if I get the right shade, then I will, you know, I think I'll be straight. So when I ordered the Tom Ford foundation, I also ordered this by Terry Compact Expert Dual Powder. And so it's all over perfection, matte and glow. So it's ideal for all skin tones to instantly mattify, highlight, and set makeup for an all over perfection. It's got some self-adaptive, light focused pigments, air soft texture, blah blah blah. So I got this in the shade number 6 Choco Vanilla, or because it's not cocoa, it's Choco, CHOCO, but I would call it cocoa, but it's spelled like chocolate but without the let. So Jesus. All right, so here's what it looks like. I've used this already as well, but here is what the shade looks like. If you guys have seen these on Beautylish, I really appreciate by Terry having so many shades of this. I think there's like a couple more shades after this, and so it's got the matte powder in that, you know, browner shade, and then a glow section right there. So I was thinking that this would be good just to do like an entire swirl all over the powder, as long as you get a good mixture, and then like set your face for like a luminous set. So I'm gonna do that here. Okay, I did it with just a fluffy, it's a powder brush from Juvia's Place, and then I'm just gonna, you know, just do a set here. So I just go like this, kick off any excess, and then set. And so with this being, you know, having that glow section in the middle and me swirling all over, I'm gonna get a luminous, you know, finish. But if you don't want that, then you can try to just focus your brush on the outside. I think it's nice, and I have used the highlight by itself, I've used the powder by itself, and you know, I like it. Yeah, I also picked up the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer. I couldn't pass it up. All the rave reviews that I've been seeing, I just couldn't. And then the compact is so beautiful. It is so beautiful. It's so large, and it's just, I could not. It is so pretty. It's so big, bigger than, you know, the palm of my hand. So nice. And then I like the fact that there's a place for you to pop this out and just replace the actual powder versus having to buy the whole compact again, because it really is a very nice sturdy compact and something that you probably wouldn't want to be throwing away, you know. But here's the shade Deep, of course. This is the last shade, you know, the deepest shade that she offers in this product. And I'm just gonna bronze, and I'm so happy that it shows up on me. It's really pleased that she actually came out with this, you know, shade. Now she could still, you know, stand to do a bit better in her shade offerings of different products, but I'm happy with this product. Here is what this bronzer looks like. Very nicely blended. It blends out really nicely. So let me zoom in for you. Here you can see everything is blended in very nicely. My skin looks very glowy. It just looks like skin kissed by the sun, okay, with that that by Terry powder. Oh, I'm just glowing, and everything is coming together so nicely. All right, so I'm gonna do my eyebrows off camera and prep my lids for eyeshadow. We're gonna do one look with the Divine Rose 2. I can't put it down. I apologize if you wanted to see something different, but it's the newest eyeshadow palette in my collection, and it is the bomb. It's the bomb, okay? If people are still saying the bomb, I don't think so, but this thing, we're gonna get into another look. All right, so eyes have been primed and concealed. I just used the same Hourglass concealer. I did not set that concealer either. So here we go. My baby is being so good, y'all. All right, if you have not seen my video on this palette, definitely check it out. And if you're not on Instagram, definitely check me out. I, did another post talking about the fact that I uploaded the video, but then I also had showed you guys 2 other looks that I did with this palette that weren't in the video and that weren't on my previous Instagram post. So far I've done 6 looks with this palette. And we're getting into another one right now. I'm gonna take this fluffy brush. This is a Sonia G Blender Pro. Taking Rose Seduction there. Nice bright pink, and I'm putting this above the inner corner in the transition area. And because this is a get ready with me and I've done a lot of talking and we've done a whole face, we're just gonna do the one look today with this. I don't wanna hold you guys. I tend to talk a lot in my videos. Look how nicely that blends out. And then I'm just, whatever is left, making sure that fades nicely. I'm gonna take the same brush and go into Naked Blush. This, the peach pink tone there. Putting this down here in the outer corner. Now, I don't tend to leave my outer corner like this. We'll see if I decide to though. I'm someone who really likes a defined outer corner. I don't know, that's just how I like my eye looks. So I always like to put a deeper shade right on the outer corner. Here you go, guys. Just like I was telling you in my video on this palette, that even on a concealed lid with like a skin tone shade concealer, that Naked Blush shows up nicely on my skin tone. Some glitter glue. This is the Too Faced glitter glue all over the lid. Astral Pink Moon on my finger. Now that the powder is down, I'm going to take this into the inner corner. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So I look at it in my mirror here, and then I look up in the viewfinder and I feel like you guys aren't getting the full effect, but this is beautiful. And then I'm gonna go into the Gold Lust shade and then put that on the other portion of the lid. Look at how pretty that is. I'm gonna go into the Rose Seduction shade here with my Builder Pro, and this isn't going to give me depth, but it's going to add more pink. So I'm going to take that Rose Seduction shade and just press this, out the on the outer edge. Then that Sonia G Blender Pro, just making sure that's blended out. And so if you like your eyeshadow to look like this, then you can leave it. I think it is pretty, but I just have to add the extreme. I have to add the extreme burgundy. On this outer portion, and I just need a little depth. That's all, not too much. So I'm focusing it like lower on the outer corner. Not as much as I've, not as much as I did, in my previous video. So here we go. And that blended really nicely. Not much effort at all needed. Skin Show Rose Opal with a flatter brush. Pop that on the brow bone. And I like that shade. It looks really, kind kind of pale, pinkish a little bit, but it has a nice pink shift to it that you don't expect. At least I didn't expect. Like when I look at this in this light here, I just see a lot of the pink. I'm gonna take that same shade, inner corner, get a little farther on the lower lash line. For liner, I'm gonna take this Milani Stay Put eyeliner. It is in a purple shade. It's called Duchess. Here, it has a little bit of a metallic look to it, but it's, you know, just a really nice plum shade. And so quite honestly, it's so dark that it looks a little bit black, especially on the viewfinder, but if you look pretty closely, you'll see that it is purple. And then nothing else on this brush, just whatever's left on it. And I'm just trying to do a little bit of a blend. And then I'm also gonna take that and do a little bit of a smudge on my, you know, eyelid. And once again, I didn't see any fallout. Just like I said in my previous video, I didn't see any fallout. So, you know, repeat this whole process on this eye. We'll come back for blush and highlight and the lips. So here we are. Look down for you. For blush, I'm gonna do what everyone else has been doing. Give it a try. I've not tried this. Using Rose Seduction as a blush. Boop, 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 boop. Ooh, got a lot on there. Kick off the excess, and then let's see. That goes on so nicely. It goes on really nicely. Okay guys, so yeah, just keep in mind if you're gonna use this as a blush that it is, you know, this is a satin shade, so it has some sheen to it, so it's gonna give you a glow. And you know what? That Naked blush probably would work nicely too as a blush. I'm going to use my Natasha Denona Love Glow palette. I've not used this on my channel. I did record a video for it, but I did not get to edit it. I had good intentions. So I'm going to use this, my sponge, get it into the cream base, and just press this onto the skin. I'm just gonna be a real glowy girl, huh? And for powder highlight, I'm wondering if I can try something. I mean, I can try something in the palette to highlight with. What I'm gonna go into is the Skin Show shade with a brush and just add a little bit of powder there, a little bit of that shadow. To get additional sparkle. I'm doing the most. Going into the Astro Pink Moon. And this has sparkle in it. So I'm just gonna press, ooh Lord. And then press it in. So this, if you're gonna do this one, is for those of you who like glitter in your highlight, you know, because of course these have, you know, glitter specks, but it just takes that highlight to another level. So similar to like the extreme glows that Natasha Denona does in hers, where she has, you know, some that are just a little bit more intense. Okay, you got some glitter specks up in there. Okay, you're trying to really get that glow intensified. That's what that Astral Pink Moon is gonna do for you if you use it as a highlight. But girl, this is pretty. Very glowy, very, very glowy. Okay, so for lips, I do have a new lip product, not Pat McGrath. I got this Wayne Goss lip, you know, when they came out, but you know, there weren't a lot of shades that looked, that I could even tell whether they would look good on me. They all looked so pinky nude on fair skin tones. So I was like, what's gonna look okay on me. I think there was basically only 2 shades that looked like they would be decent on my skin tone, and then they didn't have good swatches on Beautylish. So I just guessed. I picked Orchid. Orchid is like an orangish tone, so I don't think it's gonna look good with this eye look, but I do want to show you guys, you know, the shade. Okay, so here's the, you know, box it came in. And here is the, you know, compact, or what do you call it? The thing, case, I don't know. All right, here it is, all black, very sleek. And then here is the tone, the lipstick bullet. I'm gonna swatch that there. Yeah, this isn't gonna look right with this lip, with this eye look and face look with all the pink, but this is what it looks like. And then I also picked up a lip gloss. I made a mistake and threw the box away, so here's what it looks like. I picked up the shade Petunia. It's like a pinky nude, but yeah, that would be a nice nude shade on me. All right, let me show you guys what it looks like on its own. This is what it looks like by itself. I don't like it by itself. I'm one of those people that really likes lip liner. It just seems like with any shade, I'm always applying a lip liner, but with this one, yeah, I just don't like the way it looks by itself. And then of course it does not go with the overall look because it's so pink, and this is like so orange, but it's an orangey terracotta shade. I think it is a very pretty shade on my skin tone, just with something, you know, just with a liner. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with NYX Club Hopper to show you guys what it looks like with a liner. So that looks a lot better. It doesn't look so bad with the eye look, but still not, you know, the sun's going down. It is very, the lipstick's very nice consistency. It has a nice satin finish to it, as far as like the creaminess and stuff of it. Yeah, I like it. I do like the formula. I just wish he would come out, or I'm looking forward to when he comes out with more shades that will be a little bit, you know, more flattering on deeper skin tones. And maybe all those other ones are flattering on deeper skin tones, but there would be no way for me to know because they didn't swatch them on anybody of a deeper skin tone. So as far as like a, you know, on their lips and things like that. So all right, so now for the gloss, I'm gonna take this off and show you guys the gloss. So once again, this is the Wayne Goss gloss in Petunia. So that is what this one looks like. So this is a nice gloss. It's okay. I still think I need some lip liner or something because it is a little bit too pale for me. But it's not, you know, I don't know. I think it looks cute. Y'all let me know. I think it's all right by itself, but I don't know. I'm gonna add some lip liner. All right, so that looks better. All right, so I like the gloss. I like the consistency of it. It has a little bit of a thickness, but not, you know, overly thick, like a vinyl or something like that. But it gives you a nice shine. I like the smell of it because it smells like mint chocolate chip to me, like mint chocolate chip ice cream. It has a tiny bit of a tingle to it. But yeah, I like the formula, and I would get more of these because glosses tend to be a little bit easier to wear. And they, you know, they go across skin tone spectrums a little easier. This is the final look. A lot of new stuff, some things that aren't so new, but yeah, this foundation, very, very pretty. I do recommend it. You know, I'm gonna zoom in so you guys can see a little bit closer of my skin, see how it's looking, so you guys can see that glow. I once again am in front of a window. That's the only lighting that I have on. You guys can, the only lighting for the video is this window in front of me. Look at that highlight, y'all. Look at the blush. The skin, the bronzer, very nice. Blended so nicely. Skin looks very nice. It looks like skin. It looks like skin. Eyes. Let me look down for you guys to see what everything's looking like. And then the lips look pretty. Just a nice little glossy situation. You guys let me know what you think. Everything I've tried, I like. You guys definitely let me know your thoughts on these products. If you've tried any of them, let me know. Somebody did ask me if they could see the baby. I don't know if you care. If not, definitely click off the video. Okay. Oh, she's like, why are you doing this to me, mommy? She's all swaddled up, but there she is. Say hi, people. Say hi. Say my name is Jada. Alright guys, so that is it for today's video. If you enjoyed this video, please definitely give it a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. If you have any comments, questions, definitely leave them in the comment section below and I will get back to you. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for your support. Thank you for all your congratulatory comments about the baby and things like that. And yeah, I look forward to talking to you guys in another video. And also hit me up on Instagram, check me out. All that good stuff there. I think there's like one picture of the baby over there, probably a little bit better than the shot I just gave you, but definitely check me out over there and I will be talking to you guys very, very soon. Thank you guys so much for watching. See ya.